What's going on, everyone? It's time for another Spanish zombie uh horror film review. This is a Shudder exclusive or a Shudder original. They call it both. So, yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about Virus 32, which was released April 21st, 2022, and it was directed by Gustavo Hernandez, who also did like The Silent House, You Shall Not Sleep, Local God, and Envy. Um, yeah, this is a Shudder exclusive, so you have to have a Shudder membership or even Prime membership, I guess, to view it. This isn't sponsored by them by any means. I just like promoting companies I like, so yeah, I'm talking about a Shudder film, but yeah. So yeah, Virus 32. Well, you follow a young couple who have a young daughter, and they go about their days during the pandemic. Of yeah, the mother goes to work, takes her daughter with her because she can't leave her home alone. She's too young, and yeah, there's nowhere else to take her because of the pandemic that was going on. And so she goes to work, and then her husband goes to work. And yeah, basically, while they're there, some vi- different type of virus is going around, and people start acting strange and weird, and yeah, and then start attacking this mother and her young daughter, and it's a fight for survival to uh, get out of the to get out and try not to get sick from the virus that's going around. And yeah, it's your typical zombie premise done in a Spanish style. So this one had a lot of hallmarks, sort of like Wreck, I found. It had a lot of the same traits because I think that one is similar in tone to that. It starts off very subdued, chill, soap opera ish, and then it goes into. Um, it takes a little bit to build up the people infected with the virus and stuff. It's not like a full blood sucking zombie movie. Not a huge bloodbath like Land of the Dead or anything. This one is actually takes more realism, I guess, and tries to make it. It looks more like someone's infected with rabies than um, an actual zombie type movie. So I enjoyed that aspect. Like the makeup looked all right and stuff in it, and they did have some cool fight scenes and some good like little scares here and there, and but it's beat per beat as a zombie movie, just not a zombie movie. um yeah, it's sort of like on the same lines as Quarantine and Wreck, but just not found footage. It's more of done like that, but it's like normal film style. And as they go and as they go and realize what's going on, they make your stupid dumb decisions like in every movie like this, and it goes on and on. It had a good setup. I really was like hooked in for the first like half of the movie, and then the second half it just got too similar and not enough originality, I think, for it to stand out. Anymore. I did like I thought the acting was pretty good and stuff. Even though I don't speak Spanish, so I was watching the subtitles and stuff. But it seemed pretty decent from what I can see. And the production value is pretty good. Like cinematography is pretty well done, and yeah, the gore effects and everything is a little cheesy at times, but it's still not that bad. Uh, yeah, just the story. I think the story was lacking a lot of substance. I think that's the big problem with this movie. Um, they wanted to capitalize on like the pandemic sort of style and utilize that with an actual zombie, which is the conventional way to go in this type of situation. So obviously, when you go that way, you kind of have to be very clever in ways you're going to implement these things to make people like freak out a bit more and jerk scare creep people out. You kind of have to be a little clever at doing not just they got the virus all of a sudden and then they start changing, which is what they did in this one, and that's fine, but um for a seasoned horror film watcher like myself, you see that way too often, and it just kills the vibe. I was like, like it felt like the first bit before you see anything, felt like there was going to be an interesting sort of way how it happens and stuff, but no, it was highly predictable the way they did it. I think they tried to play it a little too safe. They should have went on a little more how should I put this? They should have went in a little more riskier direction, I think, and I think it would have turned out a little bit better. There's different ways you could actually do it, but the way the people just got it basically, and it was a little bit of a downer after that, because then it just goes into your typical running around trying to defend off the zombies and survive with the young daughter. And yeah, with that, and then there's also some plot twists that you can see coming from miles away. I'm not going to spoil them here because this is a short film, and yeah, but yeah, overall, it was an okay zombie movie. It wasn't the greatest, but it was nice seeing a foreign movie again. I haven't watched one of those in a while, so yeah. And the cinematography and everything's pretty good. It's just the story needed some beefing up, I think. And that's what I find a lot of movies nowadays fall flat. It's just everything's too similar. A lot of companies try to play it safe in that way. And I think people just need to start taking a risk and trying to push the boundaries again. Which I think we're in like that little, people don't know the best way to do that yet for the best direction. So kind of playing it safe till they figure it out. But yeah, I think this is an okay movie. It's not that bad. It's not bad, but it's not great. So I'm gonna give this one a 2.5 out of 5 because yeah, that's just where I feel with it. So yeah, Virus 32, not what I was expecting, but it gave a little bit of interesting. There's some good jump scares in the first little bit, so yeah, there's that going for it. And if you know, people that aren't into zombie movies, this one might be a little more easier for them to digest than just throwing them right into like the Land of the Deads and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, check it out. It's on Shudder if you have it. Also, if you do have Shudder, you should look for my name, Derek Peterson, with no spaces. That's me on Shudder. I always comment and put a skull rating right after watching the films on there. So, yeah, look for me on Shudder. Also, yeah, check out my Instagram. That's linked down below. That's where I was post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. On my stories, I have the film title hashtag and subgenre film hashtag, so you're aware of it. And my Letterbox is linked down below as well. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films on there too. So follow me on one of those two platforms to stay in the loop with the channel. A trailer is linked down below if it sounds like something you're interested in and you want to check it out. It's linked down there. And make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you've seen it. Let me know your thoughts, and if there's any other films like on Shudder or any films and film franchises in general that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and odd. Hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and odd that you never thought of checking out together. And also, so you hear my opinions on classic films and popular films that are coming out recently, somewhat like this, and reviews on other things as well. Yeah, so, but don't forget to ring that bell because I'm going to go back to B-movie territory and talk about a horror comedy that came out in early 2010s called Johnny Gruesome. So that's going to be the next review. So make sure you ring that bell and don't miss that. And I guess yeah, but that's it for this one. Watch out for all those coronavirus zombies running around out there, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. And yeah, hopefully the B movies save the day again, because the last two movies I've watched, or 2 or 3, have been mediocre. So kind of hoping to find a gem sooner or later, but we just gotta truck along and continue until we find that. So yeah, but that's it for this one. So I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So till then, cheers.